Hey everyone, Decav13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fate Hollow Ataraxia. I'll admit, it's been a little while since I last recorded this. So, I'm trying to remember where we left off last time. I believe... we're still looking around, see if we can get Shiro to remember who he is. Or his techniques, anyway. So we can get past Archer on the bridge. But until then, I guess we'll just keep looking around at stuff. Well, let's see what's going on at the big bridge. Seems to be something important going on here. Since I'm already loitering out in the city, I'll try walking across the bridge. A clear sky. The sunlight makes it a bit warm, and the breeze from the ocean cools my cheeks just right. It's the start of the 3-day weekend, and it is just the right Saturday for the right Saturday weather for the perfect picnic. I see a group of children in the park. There's quite a few of them. They brought bats, soccer balls. In fact, there's no way they could use all those toys within one day. Having broken up into East and West teams, they are now competing against each other. Feeling in the mood to just bask in the sun, I lean against the railing and observe the epic battle unfolding in the park. After some twists and turns, it looks like they decided the match for the morning would be in basketball. Each force would select their finest and ensure the game rises above the ranks of mere child's play. Cheering, booing, excitement, disappointment. Now that I look around, there are many people sitting on the grass caught up in the thrill of the game along with the kids. Looks like I'm not the only spectator here. There might be the usual bit of danger with the Holy Grail War, but having a little diversion like this isn't too bad. Time that's neither particularly fun nor boring is not always easy to come by. A particularly loud cheer comes from the park. The game is over. It was a tight race, but the team that controlled the game wasn't the one with the 3 oversized primary schoolers. It was actually the one of the West Force, with an extremely orthodox formation. The players on the winning team were all average, but it was their leader that stood out. The little commander didn't just issue accurate orders to his teammates. He also let out more than enough brilliance as an ace player. Besides, being a foreigner with bright blonde hair, it would be strange if he didn't stand out. Oh, so I know who that is, then. The little blonde commander seems to be their idol. He praises everybody's work with a smile, all while they crowd around him after the game. With that much attention, it would only be natural for him to start bragging, but he isn't. He really is the perfect boy. For just an instant, our eyes met. I've got good eyesight, but eye-to-eye contact at this distance has to just be a figment of my imagination. Or so I thought. Excusing himself a bit, the blonde boy goes right towards the stairs leading up to the bridge, cutting straight through the park. Yep. It's him. I accidentally make a mindless response. What a fucking difference. I follow suit automatically. The blonde kid rewards me with a happy smile. Crap. I seriously don't remember him. I don't remember ever being greeted by a strange boy. To make matters worse, he came all the way from the park just to see me. I rack my brain, having obviously met him before. The boy looks at me with a surprised expression. I feel really guilty, but I don't have a clue, sadly. A little different? No, if it was just clothing, I wouldn't have forgotten about a kid this distinctive. The appearance. I'm getting even more confused. The blonde kid frowns and continues reluctantly.
その分類で思い当たる人って少ないでしょ。お兄さん、苦手な人は人並みにいるけど嫌いな人って少ないから。
There isn't even a hint of sarcasm in the boy's voice. Even knowing that he's disliked, his smile is just as sincere. His blood-red eyes look straight at me. Wait a minute? Red eyes and golden hair? Yeah, I think I know one guy that fits that profile. Nah, can't be. It can't be, but this boy somehow looks... No, more like there are parts of him that are similar to that guy.
いや、けど、もしかしてあいつに弟とかいたのか。
残念ながら僕に肉親はいません。兄弟とか伴侶には憧れますけどね。
An innocent angelic smile.
ああ、でも安心してください。セイバーさんはまだ趣味じゃないですから。まあ今任されたら案外コロッといっちゃうかもしれませんけど、とりあえず求愛対象ではないです。
The water in my brain just evaporated. So basically, this blonde boy is that.
本人ですよ。なんでも今の状況は時期に等しい。付き合っていられるかって若返りの薬を飲んだみたいです。我ながらよくわからない人ですね。
バカな。
This can't be right. No, this really couldn't be right. No, even if there was some mistake, this really, really couldn't be right. I mean, how could he have been such a nice little kid when he was young?
お兄さん、わかりやすい表情するな。まあいろんな人に聞いてみたけど同じ反応でしたから、僕が悪いんだって分かってます。ほんと、なんでみんなに嫌われるようなことするかな。
Hard to answer even though it's about myself. No, because it is about my own self, sighs the blonde boy.
あ、みんなが呼んでる。それじゃあお兄さん、また今度。あんまり一人で危ないことしちゃダメですけど、やっぱりいろいろ回ってもらった方がいいのかな。そうしてくれると僕も元に戻れますから。
With a polite bow, the little blonde kid is about to leave.
待てよ。それどういう意味だ。
ごめんなさい、教えてあげられません。マスターから答えを教えてはいけないって言われてるんです。ほら、僕前科があるじゃないですか。ランサーが死ぬまでおとなしくしていろって言われてたのに、セイバーさんに会いに行っちゃったし。ほんと、どうしてそういうことするかな。
That was during the Holy Grail War half a year ago when he impaled Castor. But
マスターって。琴峰はもういない。これだけは絶対だ。
yes, even if all the servants are remaining, even if the masters are here who shouldn't be, Kotomine Kirei alone is definitely dead.
そうですね。僕のマスターは琴峰だ。けど、琴峰はちゃんと死んでいる。もうこの世にはいません。だから、琴峰綺麗はこの状況とは無関係です。僕のことはゲームに関係ない外野だと思った方がいいですよ。うん、この事件とは本当に何の関係もありません。
The blonde boy runs down the stairs. The children rejoice at the return of their idol. As I watch the scene, stunned as I am, I lock in the fact that this boy is him in my memory. Of course, not that it makes any damn sense. Well, Kid Gil. At school. Issei and Sakura. Enya House. Saber event. Something else with Lancer. Let's see what's going on with Lancer. Any regrets? Maybe I'll ask him about his past. I'm curious what he thinks about the current state of affairs, but another part of me also wants to know about how he feels about his life. Saber blamed herself strongly. Someone that lives as freely as he does might still have some regrets about the past.
未練？無念はあるが、まあ未練はないわな。
So, That would be the reply of the ill-fated hero of Ireland, made while looking at a fishing rod that hasn't gotten a single bite.
そんな気はしてたけど、本当にさっぱりしてんだな、あんた。他のサーバントはさ、なんだかんだ言って郷愁の念があったりするのに。
へえ、そりゃ驚いた。今になって故郷に錦を飾りてえなんて連中には見えねえがね。ああ、キャスターあたりは未練タラタラか。ありゃもともと箱入りのお嬢様だからな。城に閉じこもってた方が幸せだろうさ。その方がてめえと世のためだ。
Yawns Lancer loudly. I wonder if it's the lack of any catches that's irritating him, or if he just doesn't like talking about the past. Lancer just reached an all-time record in lack of enthusiasm.
じゃあ仮に聖杯を手に入れたところで望みはなかったのか？人としての二度目の生とか過去に戻りたいとか。
さあな。降って湧いた望みなんざ、その時になってみねえと思いつかねえだろう。
This is it. Basically, he spends what he has, the day he earns it. What he wants had already been mostly gained while he was alive. As a result, he wouldn't leave behind any regrets like, I should have done this, once the party is over.
豪快な人生だな。そうだ。なあランサー、よかったらあんたの話を聞かせてくれないか。よく考えたら俺あんたの逸話には詳しくないんだ。
ああ、んなもん聞いても今さら何の得にもならねえだろうが。それとも何か案外乗り気なのかお前んとこは。
いや、俺もセイバーも戦う気はないよ。あんたが乗り出してこないのはありがたいって前に言わなかったっけ？
聞いたような聞かなかったような。ま、お前さんが言ったって言うんならそうだろうさ。じゃあなんだ、単純に人の身の上話が聞きたいだけか？
そう、下心のない純粋な興味だよ。
まあいいか。当たりもねえし、暇つぶしにざっと話してやる。お前には叩き込んでおきたいこともあったしな。
Lancer's lethargic expression changes slightly. His relaxed shoulders are now even more relaxed, and his eyes, previously attending the ocean's surface, move lazily towards the sky. Yes, that's right. He became even less enthusiastic. Lancer. Cuchulainn was a hero of ancient Ireland. His land was split into 5 countries, and of them Cuchulainn served as a warrior for the northern kingdom of Ulster under King Connor. Being part of Celtic mythology, he isn't that well known in this part of the world, but over there he was a great hero that outmatched even King Arthur. There are many factors at work in his birth. Cuchulainn's mother, Deirdre, I'm probably saying that wrong, was princess born between a gifted druid, father of the king of Connor, and Maga, the widow of Ross of the Red. Princess Deirdre disappeared in the land of the young without marrying anyone. Over there, she would bear a child of the sun god Lugh. That child was Setanta, later to be called Cuchulainn. Setanta was sent to Connor's army as one that would one day become the shield of Ulster. He would have a life that followed that destiny. Setanta became Cuchulainn when he was still a child. The name was given to him after he killed the guard dog of the swordsmith Culann with his bare hands. One day, King Connor was invited to the house of the famed swordsmith Culann. The king was going to bring the boy Setanta with him, but Setanta was in the middle of a hurling match with his friends. Had he withdrawn right then, he would have lost the match. So he said to the king, "I'll catch up after I win, so go right ahead." The king, humored by this reply, allowed him to come late and went to the house of Culann first. The tragedy began when one of the servants of Culann thoughtlessly closed the gate. Setanta, who had come late, was attacked by the guard dog. He then strangled it to death. The people inside heard the commotion and gathered at the gate. Once they knew that Setanta managed to defeat the guard dog, they were full of shock and admiration. But there was some sadness in Culann's eyes at losing his prized guard dog. Setanta, ashamed of his actions, then told him, Does this dog have children? If he does, would you allow me to take care of them? I will raise them to be guard dogs just as strong as their father. Until then, I will be your guard dog. The swordsmith Kulan was impressed by the boy's offer and responded to him with assurance. I have no need of that. I will be the one to raise the dogs that will protect my manor. You, on the other hand, must train yourself. After all, one day you will be the guard dog of all of Ulster. All the warriors at the scene nodded in agreement. From then on, the boy was called the Hound of Kulan, Kulane. It was the boy's first battle, and to honor that noble declaration, he would...
それぐらいは知ってるけど、その頃あんたいくつだったんだ？
今のお前よりは若かったが、まだ戦士になってなかったからな。うちの国じゃ赤枝の騎士になる前に幼年組ってのがあってな。まだ成人してない戦士見習いの集まりがあって、俺はそこの一員だった。
じゃあ何？12、3ぐらいで国一番の猛犬を絞め殺したのか？
勢いだよ、勢い。命を奪うっていうのはあれが初めてだった。以来犬だけは食わないってのが俺の月種になったがな。
It'd be dog eat dog, he adds lightly.
まあそんなこんなで名前が変わってしばらく経った頃だ。幼年組の連中が一人のドルイドのもとに集まっていてな。いつ戦士になればいい運命をもらえるか占ってくれなんて騒いでやがった。そのドルイドはまあなんだ、割と力のあるじいさんでよ。そいつの占いっていうのは未来を見るじゃなくて未来を決めるほど強いんだよ。
へえ。で、その結果は？
どうってことはない結果だったぜ。幼年組の連中が誰も武者立ちの儀をしようとしなかったぐらいの。
あんたは何してたんだ？
興味がなかったんで橋場みに寄りかかって魚釣ってた。
悪い。今の話どんな意味があったんだ？
わかんねえか？つまりだな、俺はその日に武者立ちの儀を行ったんだよ。王様はカンカンでな。お前のような子供が戦士になってどうする？成長するまで健やかに育つが良いとかなんとか。頭きたんで城中の槍をへし折って戦車をぶち壊して、これでも戦士になるには力不足かって脅迫した。
Threatening a king. Oh boy. This guy actually has settled down in comparison to the old times. Saber told me he would also fit in the berserker class, but I didn't believe it.
それで戦士になったのか。赤枝の騎士団だっけ？
ああ、セイバーあたりに言わせれば騎士道なんてもんじゃねえけどな。何しろ不忠さえしなければ好きに戦っていい世界だ。気が向いたらよその領土に喧嘩売って、その晩には宴を開いてそれっきり忘れるなんてザラだぜ。騎士団の面々もくせ者だらけでよ。他の国より自分の国の方が油断ならねえってところだった。
He laughs with some amusement. I see. This free-spiritedness was the difference of the world he survived in. That pride wasn't the complicated pride of a human. It was simple, like that of an animal.
で、戦士になってからは戦いに明け暮れた。そのうち一人の姫に一目惚れしてな。城まで奪いに行ったんだが、この姫がまたいい女でよ。何の誉れもない子供の炉端に行く気はねえとか言いやがんの。
待った、子供ってあんたその時何歳だ？
確か16の頃だったか。で、誉れを求めて旅に出た。影の国ってところにスカサハって女戦士がいてな。こいつが化け物みたいに強いらしい。噂じゃ多くの戦士が弟子入りしているって話だった。
I know what came next. Kulane would finally reach the land of shadows, a land of the supernatural, and we'd be granted the secrets of leaping and the demonic spear Gay Bolg from the Lady Sahaf.
簡単に言ってくれるな。あの女のスパルタぶりって言ったらお前、 遠坂のお嬢ちゃんが裸足で逃げ出すほどだぞ。
Yeah, she fucking worked you, huh?
とにかくとんでもねえ女でな。俺が着いた頃には人間やめてたんだよ。影の国ってのはまあ隔離を寄りの領地だったからな。亡霊の中には神様まがいの輩もいる。それを人間の身で閉じ込めるほどの裁きだ。どのくらいぶっ飛んでるかわかるだろ
う。わかる。遠坂のパワーアップ版って表現で怖いぐらいに。
おうよ。で、その怖い師匠のもとには他にも教え子がいてな。皆スカサ派に教えを受けに来た戦士なんだが、その中でも一人俺とどっこいのやつがいてな。フェルディアって言うんだが、隣国コノートの戦士でね。ゲイボルクの伝授をかけて競い合ってたら、いつの間にか兄弟の誓いを交わしちまった。まあなんだ、俺には3人ばかり得難い親友がいたが、その中でも特別な兄貴分だった。
With that done, Kuhulain would learn many techniques and spells. Still, to think that the deeds of Kuhulain had been accomplished when he was 16. As far as I've heard, this man caused havoc every day at maximum velocity, like an already fast horse in a hurry.
そうでもねえよ。影の国には長く滞在してたしな。いい師匠といい競争相手がいたもんで居心地よかったんだよ。で、その居心地いい領地を狙うバカが現れてな。隣国のアイフェって領主が戦争を仕掛けてきやがった。スカサ派はなんでか俺を戦場に出そうとしなくてよ。何度も言い争ったもんだ。まあそれでも最後には俺とスカサ派とフェルディアで肩を並べて暴れ回って一騎打ちの末アイフェを生け捕りにした。だがまあなんだ、初めは憎い敵だったんだけどな。いざ戦って捕まえてみるとこれがいい女なんだわ。そんなわけで真剣になっちまったんだが、スカサ派にバレて石投げられた。ゲイボルク風味に。
He laughs listlessly. Ah, so the enemy lord was female. Hey, wait.
また真剣になったってそういうことなのか。
そりゃそうだろう。惚れたら抱くのは当たり前じゃねえか。
Oh boy. Ah, yeah, with great power comes great womanizing, meaning there were no chaste warriors back in old Ireland.
それでも別れの時はやってくる。アイフェとも別れた。もしこうなしたのなら、コンラと名付けてアルスターによこしてくれと。その一つ、名を尋ねられても答えるな。一つ、決して進む道を変えるな。一つ、戦いを挑まれたら断るな。ま、俺の息子としちゃ最低限の条件だな。んで、俺とフェルディアは同じ日に影の国を旅立った。城を出た時、同時に口にした言葉が、俺の国に来る気はないか、だ。こりゃ引き抜きは無理だと二人して笑ったもんさ。スカサ派は、まあ、旅立ちの日には会わなかった。すべて伝授したんで、教えることは何もないってな。
That was the tale of the Land of Shadows. From here on, Lancer became a lot less talkative. Returning to Ulster, Kuhulain had started up dramatic battles and became known throughout Ireland in an instant. With exploits that no one else could ever repeat, he came, as promised, for the princess. Opposed by King Forgal and his troops, he literally annihilated them, thus also achieving victory among the knights that waged their honor as Ulster's finest warriors. This illustrious record was at the same time the youth of the hero Kuhulain, which is why afterwards, the battles of Kuhulain would bear a heavy shadow.
隣国のコノートってのは代々女王が実権を握っていてな。女王メイブは戦争好きで負けず嫌いの女でよ。まあいろいろあってアルスターに進軍してきたわけだ。そもそもコノートが攻め込む理由の一つにフェルグス王子妃が離反したってのがあってな。うちの王様も面白おかしい御人で、まあ若い女欲しさにフェルグス王子妃の息子たちを殺しちまったのが原因なんだが。
あのさ、フェルグスって確か あんたをデヒテラ姫から受け取った騎士じゃなかったっけ？
ああ。で、赤い騎士団の誉れであるおじきはアルスター王憎しで敵国コノートに仕えちまった。女王名部の強気はおじきが一枚噛んでたんだな。おまけにアルスターの人間にはちょっとした呪いがかかっていてな。他国に攻め入られると国中の男が衰弱して戦えなくなるんだよ。
は？
What the hell? And how does a country affected by that manage to prosper?
どうなったんだよそれ。戦えないってことは略奪され放題ってことじゃんか。
泣きっ面に蜂だよな。ただ俺は厳密に言うとアルスター生まれじゃない。妖精塚生まれだからな。あとはわかるだろ。名部の軍を毎日殺し回ってあっちが参ってきたところで交渉したんだよ。俺はアルスター渓谷の川瀬で一騎打ちをする。その一騎打ちをしている間だけこの音軍は進軍していいってな。1日5000人を殺されるか一人の被害で済ませて少しだけ軍を進めるか。名部は舌打ちしながら了承して、そっから毎日決闘が始まった。
That's what's more widely known as Kulain's Rune of Vows. Athengabla, an arena formed of 4 branches, guaranteeing one-on-one combat with honor at stake.
考えたもんだ。クランの番犬が一騎打ちに負けるわけがなし、この音軍はそこで足止めか。
いや、名部は条約を破って進軍したぜ。
Yeah, that sounds about right.
それでもまあ衆目の中で交わした誓いだからな。進軍といっても人目につかない程度の一部隊だ。結果的には最良の足止めになっただろう。で、問題は俺の方の一騎打ちでな。死なすには惜しい戦士からおかしな戦女神の妨害、クランカラティンの怪物とまあ本気でヤバかった。情けねえことに疲れから丸一日眠り続けた時もあったしな。で、まだ戦士にもなっていない幼年組が空風林を助けるんだなんて一致団結しちまって、逆に名部に皆殺しにされたのもまあ俺のヘマと言えるかな。
I shouldn't have said that. The battle at the fords, even with the hero Kulain, was a land of death. The conclusion to that war was perhaps the greatest of living hells in his life.
この音には最強の戦士がいる。俺がこの世でただ一人。
The warrior that he trained with in the land of shadows. This is the battle with Ferdiad, the man who Kulain loved as a brother. This battle was the scheme of Queen Mabe, not out of Ferdiad's own will. Lancer doesn't speak of how much emotional conflict both must have struggled with. Both had to serve their lord. To defend that honor, far more worthless than their friendship, that life had to be discarded. Both were equal to each other. Cornered, Kulain had to use Gay Bolg to pierce Ferdiad's heart. The demonic spear that had not seen a single battle since leaving the Land of Shadows was released on his most precious friend. Gay Bolg is a glory given only to the most gifted of warriors. As Kulain held his fallen brother in his arms, in that brilliant hall of learning, you were our pride. Thus Ferdiad said his final farewell to Kulain. The battle ended with the defeat of Connacht. The recuperated warriors of Ulster pursued the Connacht army, adding a great blow to this defeat. At the end, Kulain captured Queen Mabe. He returned her to Connacht, treating her as a king, not killing her nor shaming her.
ここでも敵の大将を見逃してやってるんだ。あんた、女の人を殺したことはなかったんだな。
そういうことになるな。こだわりがあったわけじゃねえからたまたまだが、まあ戦いで女を殺すのは好かねえな。
I'd say that's a problem that comes before the matter of like or dislike. Whether he loved them or hated them didn't make a difference. As a servant, things are different now, but to the hero called Kulain, killing women on the battlefield isn't something he liked doing.
それからの話は？
あとはそう大きな戦いはねえよ。ああ、そういえば海岸に変なガキがやってきてな、いさかいを起こしたんだ。 生意気なガキでよ。話しかける選手を軒並み叩きのめしちまった。王様も出張っちまって、この子供を倒せるのは空風林だけであろうとかな。うちの姫さんが俺を止めたのはこの時と最後の時だけだったっけ。言ってはなりませんって泣かれちまったんだが、王の勅命じゃしょうがねえ。で海岸でそのガキと戦ったんだが、これが強くてな、ゲイボルクを使うしかなかったんだ。やっちまった後でよ、それは教えてもらえなかったとか言ってくたばりやがんの。ああ、ちなみにそのガキの名前はコンラって言うんだけどな。
Your son. That was the end of the golden years of Ku Lane. The rest doesn't need to be told. Queen Mabe, who vowed vengeance, assembled warriors from lands with grudges on Ku Lane, and cornered him by the use of many plots. To protect Ulster, which was once again beset by sickness, he challenged the army of Mabe single-handedly. After falling into scores of traps, he was brutally killed. The great hero that was responsible for countless deeds of valor, the Shield of Ulster. In comparison to that glory, his life was unexpectedly short. The Hound of Kulan, one that became a warrior while still a boy, closed the curtains on his life as though it was a race. That was the tale of Ku Lane. The sun is about to set. I was only being half serious when I asked him, but it looks like he used up a lot of time.
そろそろ帰るよ。長話サンキューな。
Lancer snorts, turning his face away. I bet he's having second thoughts about behaving out of character like this.
ああ、そうだ。一番初めの叩き込んでおきたいことって。
Oh yeah, there was that part at the end.
わからねえか？俺は女殺しと主君殺しはしてこなかったってことだ。
あ、なるほど。
In his many battles, Ku Lane had not once refused to follow the orders of his king, no matter how impossible. His tale also told that truth.
参考になりました。このお礼はいずれまた。
おう、タイガの姉ちゃんに酒でも預けといてくれ。
I leave the docks behind. Well, that sure caught me off guard. To think he'd shoot me down so early in the game. Okay. Well, let's hang out around the Emiya residence. Alright, I got something with Saber tonight. Let's see. After dinner. I'm taking care of preparations for tomorrow's breakfast and the dishes that I've been putting off. The breakfast stuff is done, and while I'm making sure the oily frying pans are sparkling clean, everyone's relaxing after the meal and playing cards in the living room behind me. They've probably been at it for an hour already. At first, both Saber and Ryder were just learning the rules, and it was pretty quiet. But now, far from that, the atmosphere has become completely different. Ryder reaches for the card on the right. Ryder reaches for the card on the left. Ryder draws the one on the left, as it was only natural.
No time で見抜かれた？なぜ？どうして？どうやって？
There isn't much to it. Minor details aside, they're playing Old Maid. Whenever Fujine makes a face like that, the game definitely isn't going her way.
もうライダーさん強すぎよ、本当。きっと独身術に違いないわ。いや、あるいは壁役がいると見た。例えばそこの家政婦。なぜ延々30分もフライパンを洗っているのか。
Oh, so she's accusing Shira of helping Ryder cheat. Fujine points her finger towards the kitchen. However, Ryder's sitting with her back towards me. Of course. If anything, I could be helping Fujine cheat by watching Ryder's hand.
はいはい、つまんないこと言ってないでゲームを楽しめ。そして負けに負け続け、完全なる負け犬として藤村組に逃げ帰るがいい。
Squeak, squeak. I'm rubbing the other side of the pan.
おのれ、弟分の分際で何を言うか。変だ、負けないわよ。勝つまでやるもんね。
she's just gonna keep losing, huh?
所詮確率のゲームだもの。100回近くやれば勝ちも負けもイーブンなんだから。
I highly doubt that's how this is going to go. A howl echoes in the distance. Compare this and this, repeat 100 times to determine whichever one is greater. What kind of game is that? This is in a game that balances both luck and skill. That is, in a game that balances both luck and skill, you can't judge skill with just 1 or even 10 rounds. Skill is something that will be revealed over a long period of time, not a single match. That said, Fujine's line of thought will destroy her. Playing 100 rounds won't result in a tie, it'll just make their respective abilities painfully clear. While she seems to be an expert, deceiving herself with something like, let's see, I guess about 3 more times would be enough. Well, in any case, Fujine, her face as easy to read as ever, has another card drawn by a very apologetic-looking Sakura sitting to her side. Needless to say, the game ends with Fujine in last place.
おかしいわよ。まさかさくらちゃんまでサイキッか。
Oh my god.
ひどい。今までずっと隠してたのね。
Your poker face is horrible, Fujine. Nah, that's just funny.
藤村先生、ババ抜きはやめて違うゲームにしませんか？
例えば
She's probably trying to come up with something where revealing your hand through facial expression doesn't matter as much. Bluff and President are the first ones out. That said, after a nervous breakdown, going feral and messing up the whole place, the remaining difficulty is explaining the rules of the other two. Explaining the rules to the other two.
先生、ブラックジャックはどうでしょう？
おお、いいわ。受けて立ちましょう。
それは一体どんなルールなのですか？
Sakura proceeds to explain the rules while pretty much playing with Fujine. There are fewer hands than in poker, and the game itself is just a slow accumulation of points, almost like a sword fight. Even letting your emotions show shouldn't make you lose. But...
バーストに次ぐバースト。これが噂のカード破産ってやつなのね。
Oh, man. Well, it's true that blackjack isn't a great choice for people who don't know when to stop. Alright then. The blackjack round started with the score being reset to 0, yet the result is even more prominent than with Old Maid.
スペードのエース。失礼。ブラックジャックです。
That's right. Fujine, her handful of face cards, and Ryder, making use of her own intelligence, both have managed to hold on, but in the end, Saber emerged victorious. It's frighteningly addictive. Have a higher score than your opponent, and you'll definitely win the round, Crazed Instinct tells you. Gradually, the rules shifted, but basically Saber ended up facing the other 3 as the dealer. However, in a fight with Saber, the Great Dragon, all 3 of them had a weakness. I guess Sakura and Ryder are 2 of a kind. They both have essentially 0 luck. They keep drawing inferior cards and never quite get enough points to be competitive.
ひょー、また21超えたわよ。
It goes without saying that Fujine draws too many cards and destroys herself before getting her chance to participate. And yet, come to think of it, she's the only one to sometimes win against Saber.
結局持って生まれた運にも競い合いか。
And then there's her wild nature. Just like a battle between dragon and a tiger.
こうなったらレートを上げるわよ、セーバーちゃん。私とあなたの1対1。どう？10ゲームトータルの結果勝負で差し馬夕食のおかず1品っていうのは。
それは大きく出ましたね、タイガ。つまり負けた方が常に空腹にあえぐということですか？
そうよ。セーバーちゃんには大きすぎる勝負かしら？どう？この勝負受ける勇気があるかのう？
うん。直後のゲームゆえ一生の心構えは封印していたのですが、いいでしょう。それほどの大勝負なら本気を出せるというものです。
Oh boy.
申し訳ありませんが、お腹が空くのはあなたです、タイガ。
Saber smiles with confidence.
セーバーちゃん、今まで本気じゃなかったっていうの？
Hell of a declaration, Saber.
まあ本気でやればカロリーを消費しますから。
But the thing is, no matter who wins, I will likely have to bear the damage. Whichever one will be gaining weight and whichever losing, it's inevitable that the one being starved will eventually revolt. In the end, it will simply come down to one more main dish portion for dinner. As the household treasurer, I will not permit such an outcome.
はい、物騒な勝負はそこまで。お茶を入れたから一服しよう。
Tea and tea cakes in hand, I make my way through. Feeling the strength of Saber's assault, Fujine reluctantly stepped down. Thankfully, Saber promptly withdrew as well.
で、結局セイバーの圧勝か？
はい、全く歯が立ちませんでした。
We chat while sipping tea. Wait, why is everyone but Saber ignoring the tea cakes?
どうしたんだ？
その負け分の方に取られちゃってるんです。
Did they make a bet beforehand?
さくら、その言い分は人聞きが悪い。最初に賭け事にまで発展させたのは大河です。
最後だけじゃなくて初めっからギャンブルだったのか。
はい、そうすれば気合の入り方も違う。ゲームは大切なものをかけなければ嘘だ。
うじね。
Okay, so it was all Taiga's idea. Good to know. Like, it's just, I fucking love the way they play with sprites. It's so good.
家主権限で賭け事は無効。みんなの共有財産なんだから個人資産にしちゃダメだぞ。ただし
I stop her as she leaps up in joy.
教訓としてバカなことを言い出した藤姉はお預けだ。
なんてこと言うのよ、シロ。お姉ちゃんはそんな子に育てた覚えはないわよ。
うるさい。教師のくせに賭け事を強制する方が悪い。少し反省してろ。
Fujine is stomping her feet like a child.
バカで結構。口寂しいなら茶でも飲んでとっとと帰れ。
To reinforce my point, I take a tea cake and put it in front of Saber.
それと経緯はどうあれ約束したからには藤姉のお菓子はセイバーのものだ。なんだ、次こういうことになったらその時は藤姉に待ったをかけてくれ。
はい、今後は気をつけます。
Will you?
すみません。勝負事になるとつい熱くなってしまって。
Saber reflects on monopolizing the supply of confectionaries. I wonder if she did regain her calm.
甘い。甘すぎる。藤村ライガのイリアちゃんびいきばりに猫可愛がりよ、シロ。セーバーちゃんにも非はある。ギャンブルは参加した人間も捕まるのだ。はい、そんなわけで私にもおせんちょうだい。
Munch munch, down goes the cracker. It's another common outrageous spectacle, but I did establish a new fact today. In a gambling game of 100 rounds, it merely takes 10 for Saber to establish herself as a master. Good to see. Alright. Something at school. The caster event in the shopping district. Something with soccer at the archery range. Also a bunch of new stuff here at the temple. What do I want to do? Let's go talk to... I don't know what I want to do. You know, let's go talk to Sakura. I'm at the archery range on a holiday. As it's not restricted to just our school, at times there are local Kyudo practitioners using it as well. It's the only range within the city, after all.
失礼します。
こんにちは先輩。
ようエミヤ、とうとう観念して引きに来たのか？
Sakura and Mitsuzuri are at the dojo. They're both in their school uniforms. I guess practice hasn't started yet.
いや、残念ながら手ぶらで。二人とも何してるんだ？
え？ああ、部活は午後からで、ちょっとマトウと雑談をね。文化祭と弓道部の出し物について。
Yeah, now that she mentions it, I have heard a few things about that. Something about how the club's program for the festival isn't decided yet, and how they can't quite muster up the sense of unity for that kind of teamwork-related activity.
先輩も上がってください。いろいろ相談させていただきたいことがありますから。
そうか。じゃ、失礼します。さて、そうすると今度は新部長のさくらが温度を取ってやるわけだ。
はい、そのことについて考えていたんですけど。
別に部内で反対の声はないんだけどね。足並みを揃えるのが大変なのよ、これが。
Mitsuzuri sighs. The archery club is by no means a small group. In the past, there were troublemakers like Shinji and me, and surely that's still true for the current underclassmen.
はい、私に本当にまとめられるのかなって。
マトウに無理なら誰もできないんだって。私もエミヤも直接同行するわけにいかないしね。とはいえ、
Mitsuzuri tries to encourage her but trails off. The cultural festival is a fun thing to do after all. No point in forcing anyone. But first of all,
出し物何か決まってるのか？
それが全然。それ以前の問題よ。まずは部員間の団結というか、マトウの自信かね。弓道部部長としてはもう一人前なんだけど、お祭りのリーダーとして経験がなさすぎるんだよな。
面目ないです。みんなで騒ぐのって先輩の家でしか経験なくて。
Sakura looks on dejectedly. Yeah, she doesn't really seem like the type who's ever cut loose and run wild. Pot meat kettle. The three of us are lost deep in thought. The silence is broken up only by the painful ticking of the clock.
まあエミヤもいいアイデアが浮かんだら言ってくれ。まだ時間もあるしさ。
And so the morning concludes with a dark atmosphere. Overcoming Sakura's weakness. Let's see, something near the Emiya house. Something new with Makidera at the station. Let's go spend more time with Sakura.
あれ？
The clothes hanger that I always hang my school uniform on now only carries the bottom half.
クリーニングには出してないよな。
I should probably solve this here and now. It's not here either. But then it's not like I have a habit of tossing it aside at the entranceway. And if it did end up here, Sakura would probably have hung it up for me.
そうか。さくらに聞けばいいか。さく。
Huh? Doors half open. That's not what I came here for, but on a sudden impulse, I take a peek inside. My cheeks start burning. Holding my jacket as if it was the most precious thing in the world, she's hugging it to her chest.
さくら。
先輩ですか？
The scream of a herbivore that just had its escape route cut off rings out from inside. I slowly open the door. Sakura, her face beat red, jumps back onto the bed. I don't think you need to run that far.
そんなゴキブリでも見つけたみたいに。
ちょっとびっくりしちゃっただけで。
Jesus, Sakura. She's squeezing every bit of laughter that she can out of herself. I can sympathize. Had I been in her shoes, I might have run all the way to the storehouse and locked the door behind me. Well, anyway.
ああ、俺の上着だけど、さくらもしかして。
はい。先輩の上着ボタンが取れてたので直してました。
Right. I've put the front button that came off into my pocket, thinking I'd fix it later, but then forgot all about it.
すごいな。これに気がついてた？
Unlike on a traditional Gakuran with gold buttons, Homaruhara's uniform has them hidden inside, and it's pretty hard to tell. I'm impressed.
はい。金曜に先輩の胸の下でシャツがちょっと見えたから。
よくそこまで。俺だって忘れてたのに。
Sakura is still as amazingly perceptive as ever.
サンキュー、さくら。オンに着る。
待ってください、先輩。
She quickly snatches the jacket out of my hands.
ちゃんとアイロンをかけてから先輩の部屋に戻します。一緒にズボンもどうですか？
そこまでしてくれるのか。
I can't do anything but bow my head.
じゃあ後で下も持ってくる。しかし洗濯だけじゃなくてアイロンがけまでさくらがやるのは大変じゃないか？
She just tilts her head in question. Seriously? Ironing stuff like dress shirts brings the term pain in the butt to a whole new level.
でもセイバーさんや姉さんの分もありますから、先輩のはそんなに手間じゃありませんよ。
そう言われれば確かに。男物は知れてるからな。
For a number of reasons, I'm exhausted from the laundry chores. A female camp this strong, not all surprising. Not at all surprising. In fact, just going into the changing area of the bathroom requires the utmost care.
あれだ、さくら。もしみんなの分が重なりすぎて大変な時は、セイバーかライダーに手伝ってもらってくれ。
はい。ライダーにはもう手伝ってもらってます。
じゃあ、あとわからないのはセイバーか。
几帳面そうですからね、セイバーさん。もしかすると夢中になるかもしれませんよ。
I can't help but imagine Saber poring over every wrinkle with an iron in one hand.
いいのかな。
セイバーさんも皆さんの役に立ちたいと思ってるみたいですから。あ、私が教えても構いませんか？
できればお手柔らかに。
ライダーはできますよって言えば、セイバーさんも負けず嫌いだから覚えますよ、必ず。
That sounds like Saber. The atmosphere lightens up.
さて、じゃあさくら、ズボン取ってくるから。
はい。先輩。
Sakura stops me with the jacket still on her lap, with a slight blush on her cheeks.
先輩、3月でもう卒業ですよね。
ああ。
卒業式の時に第2ボタン誰かにあげるのをもう約束してますか？
Turns out our school has that custom as well, of giving away the second button to a girl after graduation. But seeing how it's still a ways off, I haven't even thought about it.
ないけど。
よかった。
桜くらいしかあげる下級生いないからな。
If you really want it, that is.
私なんかにもったいないです。
もったいなくない。今だってさくらが世話してくれてるじゃないか。俺の制服。
これはいいんです。ちょっと気になっただけですから。はい、アイロン準備しますから、先輩もお願いします。
She promptly shoos me out of her room. Looks like I'm not supposed to pry any further. I guess I'll go back to my room and get my pants then. Interesting scene there. Alright, what do we got hanging around the residence today? A new event in Saber's room. Let's go see what that is. After this, I'll probably end off. Okay, usual daily chat. While everyone else is taking a bath, I have some light practice with Saber to help digest dinner. It's more for the sake of exercise than competition, so rather than using Archer's dual-wielding style, I have just one Shinai. Instead of coming at me with the usual flurry of blows, Saber starts pointing out, in a relatively gentle manner, the areas that need improvement.
シロの大冗談はまだ隙が大きすぎます。ここぞという時以外は控えるように。
Of course, gentle is a purely subjective term. My wide open chest got smacked, and down on the floor I go.
気をつける。
Trying to ignore the pain, I stand up and ready my shinai once again.
はい。ですが、日に日に鋭くなっている。その調子で続けましょう。
Saber seems awfully happy.
楽しそうだな、セイバー。
ええ。少しずつではありますが、シロの成長は確かなものです。剣の師として、これほど喜ばしいことはない。
I say. In front of a coach like this, any student would get motivated.
じゃあ、もうちょい続けよう。今回はちょいと隠し技があるんだ。本当はまだ見せられるもんじゃないんだけど。
As a token of this student's sincere appreciation of his teacher, I also want to show her something good.
いいでしょう。仕切り直します、シロ。
Saber resumes her stance. Just like always, as soon as she sees that I'm not moving, she comes charging forward without giving me a chance to rest. But instead of parrying it from the front, I step to the side as if weaving through, and as we pass each other, she easily avoids the blow I aim at her head.
あちゃ、今までで一番うまくいったのに、あっさり防がれちまったか。
I hang my head in shame.
シロ、今の動きは？
まあ、新しいしないさばきだろ。セイバーをちょっと驚かせようと思って
Oh. Ryder taught him that, and she doesn't like that. Wait, why did I just get the feeling that she's really pissed off?
セイバ
どこで覚
Oh
えたか、
no.
と聞くのは愚問ですね。今の足運びと攻め方はライダーのものです。一体いつの間に？
Oh, Shiro.
ー。いや、セイバーがいない時にライダーに稽古をつけてもらってさ。
But then I'm nowhere near Ryder's skill or speed, so it was more like referencing than actually imitating her.
なるほど。つまりシロは相手が誰であろうと
Oh, no.
教わることにためらいを感じないと。ええ。思えばシロはアーチャーの剣技も模倣していましたっけ？
Oh, Saber.
セイバー。
魔術は凛、剣術は私と言いながらも実に気が多い。しかしだ、アーチャーは目をつぶるとしてもよりにもよってあのライダーからとは。
待った、セイバー何か勘違いしてないか。
Well, she's not listening. Her movements full of vigor. Saber races her shinai back into position.
いいでしょう。さあシロ、
Jesus Christ.
二刀でも鎖でも
She's
好
gonna
きな
fucking
武器を
kill
取っ
him.
て構いません。今宵はいい機会です。誰の戦闘スタイルが一番優れているのか、それを証明し合いましょう。
いや、そんなのセイバーが一番だって分かってるけど、セイバーライダーと稽古したことを怒ってるのか。
Yes, Shiro. Good on you for picking that up. A little late, though.
そのようなことで怒ってなどいません。ただシロが私以外の誰かに指示した結果というものを知りたいだけです。
At this rate, I might as well start watching out for Lancers and Assassins' tendencies, I hear her murmur.
嘘つけ、なんかやる気満々じゃないか。
ええ、稽古ですから当然です。それでは覚悟してください、シロ。
What I learned today. First, Saber is still extremely strong, so try not to anger her as much as possible. Second, when it comes to swordsmanship, remain faithful to Saber no matter what the circumstances. And so on. Only now, as my consciousness is fading, do I finally realize Saber's true dreadful potential. Wallpaper. I got a wallpaper for that. That's pretty good. Alright, and now we're just on 4th base. Oh, something new at Oh, I didn't mean to actually go in there. Oh well.
こんにちは。よろしくね。
The fuck? I fall over from the shock.
誰だ？何者だあんた？
誰って言われてもな、名前なんてないしな。そんなこと私に聞かれても困るんだよね、実際。私は私だと認識しているのに、その私とは何者なのかわからないというジレンマ。これも正体不明の存在というのでしょうか。
Crap. A figure that warped out of some kind of messed up dimension.
とまあ、小難しい話はいいのです。
Tiger Dojo? Taiga?
私はサージェント。この森に救う悪の城イリア城を攻略するために呼ばれた傭兵軍曹よ。そして君はそうゼッケン46冬騎士からやってきてくれたエミヤ君と、ゼッケン99はるばるブリタニアからやってきてくれたセーバーさんね。はい、今日こそあの魔女を陥落させてみせましょう。
The hell's going on?
セイバー、いつの間にこんなところに？
いつの間にとは心外ですね、シロ。イリアスフィールから。
こんばんは。みんな元気？私がいない間にシロと仲良くしてる？してる？良きかな良きかな。殺すわ。
Illya.
それじゃ
Come on.
新しいお城が完成したので遊びに来てね。壊せるものなら壊してみなさい。
Oh boy.
などと礼儀正しい招待状が来ていたではないですか。
Would you really call that a polite letter of invitation?
シロが郊外の森に向かうのを見
Fucking
かけ、
smirk on her
つい
face.
にこの時が来たのだと馳せ参じた次第ですが。
招待状ってそんなの知らないぞ。いや、それ以前にこの人おかしいと思わないのか、セイバーは。
言われてみれば若干塗りがスイートな
Clothing
の。
seems a bit
し
unfinished.
かしシロ、人を容姿で判断するのは良くないことだと思いますが。
いや、そういう話じゃなくて、塗り以前に芸風違うだろう。芸風。
Simon.
シャーラップ。死後は慎め、この新兵ども。一山いくらの主人公の分際で脇役様に意見しようなどと100年遅い。
Miserable little pile of protagonists.
ほらシロ、
Oh, this
作
is
戦
good.
前におしゃべりをするから怒られたではないですか。戦場では上官の命令は絶対です。神です。真理です。不平不満は胸にため、戦力の一部となるのが兵士の務め。シロはそのあたりを理解していないようですね。
よく言ったわ、セーバーさん。今回は当たり。セーバーさんというブレーキ壊れた破壊兵器が参戦した今、もはやイリア城など神同然。
I'm starting to get real worried about we're gonna find at Ilya's place.
ね、そうよね、セーバーさん。
今夜は血が見たいですね。
Saber, what the fuck?
素敵。今週こそ我が軍の勝利である。はい、そういうわけで
I
準
was
備は
wondering
いい
if
か
she's
な。
gonna keep vibrating.
シロ君もセーバーさんをコントロールする準備は OK？
What do you mean pounding on my mouse?
オッケーどころか全然趣旨つかめないんだけど、説明してもらえるのかな。
Like I have to fucking rapidly click or some
よ
shit?
くぞやって
Shit.
きた我が精鋭たちよ。これより君たちは数々の難関を乗り越え、悪の魔城イリア城にたどり着かねばならない。
What the fuck am I doing here?
そして城主ロリブルマを倒し、イリア城を我が物に。その暁には私もプリンセスとして君臨できる気がするのです。
The crack of thunder. She's totally ignoring all I said, but at least I got an idea of what she wants me to do.
要するに ミニゲームをクリアしないとアインツベルン城にはたどり着けないと。
その通りです。この先はとんでもルールが支配する魔の領域ですので、
So
気
it's
合
a
を入
mini
れて
game.
戦い抜いてね。ええ、望むところです。私の前を進むライバルたちには容赦なく聖剣を打ち込みます。異論はありませんね、シロ。
Saber's brimming with bloodlust. When it comes to competitions, anything but first place is absolutely unacceptable to her. That's her greatest weakness.
君たち以外のチームは皆敵だと思いなさい。
Team. Does that mean are the other master servant duos gonna be here?
今回コースはステージ3までです。
What do you?
シロ君はセーバーさんとチームになって数々の難問を突破す
I
る
don't
よ
know
う
what
に。
game we're playing.
よーし、それじゃあ始めるわよ。森に救われた魔の城を攻略する聖戦、あなたと私のラブラブゲーム、題して
What is this fucking Castlevania shit? What the fuck? How am I doing here? Left click, move here, right click, use Noble Phantasm. Basics, easy, simple controls, even for beginners. To move, just left click where you want to go. Find the goal, keep moving. When servants get close to each other, there could be a fight to keep clicking to attack. Okay. Fucking sucker over here. Losing a battle, getting caught in a trap reduces health. Once health reaches 0, you're out. Be careful. At this rate, Rev will take the lead. It's time to harass. Strike them with your Noble Phantasm. Consumes MP, so use it only in a pinch. Top burners a Noble Phantasm Magnet. Even if you're in the lead, pulled away. Oh, it's a race? Falling right behind to avoid being targeted by Noble Phantasms is essential. Say Noble Phantasms used on you. Keep left clicking. Barrage to defend with all your might. Trigger's the same as in a skirmish. Keep clicking. If done on time, any Noble Phantasm will be defeated. Some enemies and final boss attacks are not treated like regular Noble Phantasms. Due to technical reasons, some things just can't be blocked, so watch out. There's food in the middle of the road. Restore health and prana. Increase your speed and more. No negative effects. Stuff yourself full before your rival takes it. Box is mysterious treasure chest. There might be something good inside, but it's more likely to be a trap. Another rare items in the chest. Some might appear randomly, while others require defeating an opponent, particular character. Don't fixate on your favorite master and servant. Try all the others. It's a long journey to collect them all, but when you do, the reward will be worth it. That's it. Aim for the goal and run. Good luck. What the fuck is going on here? What are these options? Oh, okay. Well, this is funny.
来い、
But
セイバ
行きましょう、シロ。
oh my god.
ー。よくぞ集いし我が精鋭たちよ。これからかの冬の城に挑んでいただく所存、各自心してかかってほしい。道中さまざまな苦難が待ち受けているが、そこは恋人や家族の写真を見ながら乗り切ってほしい。あと3日で除隊とかそういうフラグっぽいものは振り払って、マスターとサーバント一体となって伝説になってほしい。っていうか聞いて、あの小悪魔ってば弟子のくせに師匠であるこの私にこともあろうか謀反を起こし、あわよくばヒロインの座を奪うつもりよ。簡単に言うとユウたちもピンチなわけ。そうなのよ。あんたたちなんか緊張感に欠けるのよ。のほんとしちゃって。あのちびっこ聖杯の気持ちも今ならわかる。
Yeah, this is great.
話してて自分の居場所に不安を覚える時ってあるでしょう。今そんな感じ。でも今私は大河。看守から完備までノーマーシー非常の愛。その辺肝に銘じてボタンに込めろ魂。では諸君の健闘を祈る。燃え上がれワンショットライター。あとちゃんとチュートリアル読んでね。運に頼ると割と死ぬわよ。でも最後は運だから当たって砕けて覚えるべし。
Okay. Lake of the Ryudo God.
誰にも引けは取りません。
苦手だけどセクシーセクシー
この程度アイテムゲットです。
Oh, I was clicking too much. I didn't see this shit.
これが貴様の範囲だ。
この程度セイバージャンプ。
見たか。
なんとこの程度セイバージャンプ。ほっははこの程度はは
Oh shit.
この程度
Okay, well, I mean, I still second, I guess.
2位でした。
What a strange game. Oh my god, Archer. Between Sella and Lizard.
誰にも引けは取りません。
苦手だけど無敵
Hey, right.
横です。
Oh shit, I clicked out of the window.
無敵
まさかおのれ
I just realized down there it says Mew for menu. Fucking fuck. Thank you, Bellerophon.
おのれ
アンリミテッドブレイド。
Okay, that was on the line.
無敵
Oh, hey, Gil. Very nice.
1位でし
Oh
た。
god, Lancer. Oh no, not Berserkar!
いきます。
苦手だけど
社会が理解。
Okay, so I guess I need to fight him.
チャーシューメンおのれミリア私があなたを止めてみせる。いただきます。アイリスフィールが泣いています。おのれ
やめろって。
おのれこれでも食らいなさい。アイリスフィールが泣いていますよ。リリエクスカリバー。リリア私があなたを止めてみせる。
Okay, I beat her. What a fucking weird ass game. This was great. What do you mean credits now? The hell is this huh? Oh no, Illya.
もうおしまいよ。こうなったら
Oh, what do you mean?
みんな道連れよ。
Fucking sore loser. We have another level to go through now. Oh no, that's just it. Okay, I finally get to the castle. It kind of feels like a lot has happened, but I'm letting the details go for now. Yeah, don't worry about it, Shiro. It's already past noon. Now that I'm finally here, this afternoon I'll... Okay. Let's see. Who are we hanging out with? Let's go see Illya in the courtyard. Why not? Come to think of it, from what Liz said, this castle should have a courtyard somewhere. Sella is the one who looks after it, so she'd be mad if I just went in of my own accord. If I'm with Illya, though, there shouldn't be a problem.
中庭確かにあるけど別に面白いところじゃないよ。遊びに行くならリンが散らかしたままの3階の方が面白いと思うけど。
あっちは面白いというより危ないからダメ。 今日はイリアとのんびりしたいんで散歩できるところにしよ
そう？じゃあ特別に花園に入ることを許可してあげる。シロはそのままの格好でいい？中庭は一番寒いところだから上着がないとゆっくりできないよ。
う。そうなんだ。じゃあマフラーを貸してくれるかな。
とっておきのマフラーを持ってきてあげる。私は上着を取ってくるからちょっとだけ待っててね。あらかじめ言っておくけど、中庭はそう立派なものじゃないからね。アインツベルーンは冬山の城だから、城の中で花を育てる伝統はないの。
Still, Stella seems to have made a flower bed here after realizing that Illya wished for one. She may seem strict, but deep down, I bet she'd love to pamper Illya a bit.
じゃあ開けるね。繰り返すけど、あんまりがっかりしないでね、シロ。
The door opens. A biting chill, unheard of for autumn, nips at my cheeks. A gray sky covers the old castle. Under the dark sunlight of eternal winter, the garden jumps into view. The breath we exhale turns white. This is a place where winter really has settled permanently. The profound silence seems almost like it's engraved into the courtyard itself. The castle appears to have been built in a U shape. The courtyard is probably right in the center.
ほら、拍子抜けでしょ。セラも頑張ったんだけど、これくらいが限界なの。これだけ寒いと、これ以上花は増やせないんだって。
Illya's voice lacks confidence. But for a commoner like myself, this park-like garden can only be something to admire.
そんなことないぞ。こんなに広いのにちゃんと手入れされてるし、花の色だって鮮やかだ。
そうかな。でも雅やかさには欠けると思うわ。もっと飾りをつけないとダメよ。地面を全部噴水にするとか、大きな天蓋をつけて緑で覆うとか、見る人をあっと言わせる演出が必要だと思うの。
イリアは豪華主義だからな。俺はこっちのできるだけ自然なままの方が落ち着けよ。音質もないし、そのあたりはセラの趣向なのか？
飾るときは特別な日だけにして、普段はこのぐらいの方がいいんだって。セラはね、ああ見えて植物とか動物には優しいの。生あるものは原色のままが一番幸せだとか言うのよ。
なるほど。いいこと言うじゃないか、あの人。それじゃあここの花ってみんなありのままの花なのか？
だと思うけど、私がこっちに来た頃、この中庭はもっと荒れてたの。それをセラとリズが整地して、まだ咲いているのをちゃんとした土に移して、荒れてる土は石板で補強したんだって。
She talks as though it happened ages ago. But even then, the fact that some flowers were still here when Illya came means that 10 years ago, this courtyard had been covered with them, probably.
そっか。じゃあゆくゆくはここも花でいっぱいになるんだろうな。
そうなったら雅やかさに欠けるのは許してあげる。セラはゆっくり時間をかけて育てたいって言ってたから、2年後のお楽しみだね。
A courtyard grown into a flower garden, huh? I told her so myself, but if it really turns out that way, then this will become the most luxurious spot in the whole castle without a doubt. Aw. We continue our aimless stroll through the courtyard. It's snowing now? Illya's about twice as energetic as usual, running to and fro across the grounds.
見て見て、シロ。あっちの枝に小鳥がいるよ。巣とか作ってくれたらいいのにね。お、台座になんか書いてある。なになに？丸月丸日、この日から花壇作りを始めます。どうか強い花に育ちますように。うわ、セラったら記念碑作ってる。乙女コミックみたい。柄じゃない。あ、ストップストップ。シロ、そこ歩いちゃダメ。 泥棒退治の落とし穴よ。落ちたら地下牢に直行なんだから。
Though it's definitely true that just watching her is making me feel energetic as well. I could walk all the way to the forest like this.
シロシロ、あの枝に芽吹いているのなんだかわかる？
あれは何の芽だろう。くるみの枝じゃないのは確かだけど。
残念でした。あれもくるみの芽なのでした。沢ぐるみって言ってね、形は違うけどくるみの仲間なんだよ。
ありゃ、そうなんだ。詳しいんだな、イリアは。
くるみの種類には詳しいの。キリツグがいっぱいズルしたから、いつの間にか私も覚えちゃったんだ。
キリツグ？
キリツグはキリツグよ。そっか、いきなりキリツグの話をしたらシローも困るよね。私もともとキリツグの息子であるシローを殺したくてやってきたんだし。
Illya's expression turns pensive. That was my mistake just now. Illya was just keeping a light conversation going, and I had to go screw it up.
悪い。うまく切り返せなかった。イリアはもう気にしてないように話してくれたのに。
そんなの謝らなくていいわ。今のは私も不注意だったもの。うまくなかったのはお互い様にしましょう。それに謝ってもらってもどうにもならないお話だしね。安心するのは早いよ、お兄ちゃん。だって私はまだまだ気にしてるんだから。
This little devil is still in top shape, I say. But even so, I feel that she's not motivated by hatred, but rather by affection this time. It's the role of the older brother to just accept the situation.
了解。常に注意しとく。死なないように鍛えておくんで、来るときはドーンと来い、ドーンと。
甘えたくなったら突撃するね。その時はもう待ったなしなんだから。
She answers with a smile that looks like it's about to pounce on me. What have I gotten myself into here? I really have to double the intensity of my training now.
でな、イリア。話をぶり返しちまうんだが、キリツグがズルばっかりってどういうことなのかな。親父、イリアに何かしたのか？
そうよ、キリツグはずるいんだから。くるみの冬目探しをしてたのに、キリツグは沢ぐるみだの野ぐるみだの、私の知らないくるみばっかりカウントしてたの。
Oh, so he would cheat in the competition?
普通のくるみしか知らない私が全部のくるみを知ってるキリツグにかなうわけないでしょ。なのにキリツグったら、私が気づくまで他のくるみがあるんだって教えてくれなかったのよ。
はは。イリアは赤色のくるみしか知らないから赤色のくるみだけを集めてたのに、キリツグは青色と黄色のくるみも集めていたと。そりゃかないっこない。1対3だもんな。親父も大人げない
でしょ。お母様も知ってて私が気づくまで黙ってたのよ。なのにイリアはキリツグと仲良しで羨ましいなんて言うの。お母様の方こそキリツグと仲良しでこっちまで一緒だったくせにね。
Illya thrust her small lips out in a pout. That gesture just now is really cute.
ちょっと待った。キリツグとイリアのお母さんが一緒だったって。
From what Saber told me, Kiritsugu was living alone. Emiya Kiritsugu left his wife and daughter behind and came here alone to fight. That's what she said.
ああ、それね。だからキリツグはずるいのよ。確かに前の聖杯戦争ではキリツグはセイバーを釣れずに一人で戦っていたわ。けどそれは嘘なの。キリツグはお母様を日本に連れてきたし、セイバーだって意地でもまともに話さなかったらしいけどその代償としてお母様は命を落とした。キリツグは自分だけで戦って自分だけで勝ち残るつもりだった。でもそんなのうまくいくはずないでしょ。キリツグは結局自分を裏切れなかった。 アイリスフィール、ユスティーツァを置き去りにして一人で生きていくことを選んだの。
Illya's account of the events from 10 years ago is awfully fragmented, and I don't think I'm quite getting it all. But what I do understand is...
じゃあキリツグが冬季に来てからイリアは一人だったのか。
And Ilya's mother died here in this city.
そんなことはないわ。お母様はキリツグが出て行った後もずっと私と一緒にいてくれたもの。でも4度目の戦いでキリツグのために死んだ女もやっぱり私を産んでくれたお母様なんだよ。それと一人だったのは私じゃなくてセイバーだったと思うわ。さっきも言ったけどキリツグは最後までセイバーと分かり合えなかったんだから。
Saber told me the same thing. Kiritsugu had never really talked to her, and in the end, without allowing the Holy Grail to take form, he ordered her to destroy it with a command spell.
そうか。じゃあセイバーはキリツグとは別行動だったのか。
そういうことになるんじゃない？一緒に行動することぐらいあっただろうけど、ほとんどは別々だったって話よ。それも私がアイリスフィールの子供なんだって知ってセイバーが打ち明けてくれたんだけどね。セイバーったら初めはキリツグの娘じゃなくてアインズベルン星の汎用ホムンクルスだと思ってたみたいだけど、ほんと失礼な話よね。
The war of 10 years ago. Even though she remembers it all, Saber obstinately refuses to talk about it. It is already in the past. Now that all the participants are gone, there's no reason to dig up the old bones. However, there are still those who bear the scars of those times here. A survivor of the war and a girl who was left all alone in the war of 10 years past. That the two would have the same father, the spiral of fate must still be turning as it always has.
もうそんな顔しないでシロ。昔を忘れることはできないけど引きずることもないでしょ。私たちは私たち。今は気ままにやりたいように生きていけばいいわ。
There's only honesty in that smiling face. As though to cheer me up, Illya turns to look straight at me.
ありがとうイリア。そう言ってもらえるとすごく嬉しい。嬉しいんだけどなんだか矛盾しているような。ほらさっきはまだ気が済んでないとかなんとか。
あれは別よ。キリツグのことはもう時効だけどシローがシローであることに変わりはないでしょ。つまり私がお兄ちゃんを追いかけ回すのはもはや私のライフワークになっているのでした。
Thank goodness, Illya seems to say as she frolics about. Ooh, is this what it feels like to be overflowing with affection for a younger sibling?
とまあちゃんと結論が出たところでつまんない話はおしまいね。せっかく時間があるんだから今は思いっきり遊びましょう。
She pulls my arm to urge me along. I can definitely agree with that.
ああ、日が暮れるまで遊び回ろう。そうだな。いっそ森まで遠出するっていうのはどうだろう。
そうしよう。それじゃあシローにはいろんなくるみを教えてあげるね。遠く離れてもここはアインツベルンの森だもの。きっと数えきれないぐらいくるみの目が見つかるわ。
Illya takes my hand in hers, and together we leave the garden. A search for walnuts that spans the divide of 10 years. A bond that a man formed with his young daughter long ago. The baton has now been passed to me. Oh, that was cute. It's almost sunset. It'll be dangerous to go through the forest after the sun goes down, so if I'm going back to the city tonight, I better take my leave of the castle pretty soon. But...
あれシロー帰っちゃうの？もうこんな時間なんだし、せっかくだから泊まっていけばいいのに。
Illya called out and stopped me before I could depart.
お嬢様、エミヤ様とてご都合というものがありましょう。あまり無理を言われてはいけません。エミヤ様は紳士なのです。約束もなく城に訪れたばかりか、ずうずうしくも宿泊までなされるはずがありません。そうでしょう、エミヤ様。
嘘、シローはまだ帰らないよね。今日は泊まっていくんだよね。
Two pairs of eyes, one sweetly pleading and one ice cold, are trained on me like the barrels of a gun. Today is the 4th day. Saber's waiting for me at home, but... I think for now, let's go back. While I'm happy to receive Illya's kind invitation, I better be getting back into town. The Holy Grail War is restarted. I went out to the castle without telling anyone, and I bet they'll start worrying right about now.
いや、今日は帰るよ、イリア。また遊びに来るから、泊まるのはその時な。
今からじゃ帰るの大変なのに。シロ、こんな時までさくらたちのこと気にするんだから。
お嬢様、無理を言うものではありません。さあ、リーゼリット、エミヤ様がお帰りです。森まで送って差し上げなさい。
もったいないけど、シロ、帰る。
That takes care of that. I really hate to go, but this is it for today.
じゃあな、イリア。また今度遊びに来る。
I wave to her as I say goodbye.
もういいわ、次こそ泊まっていってもらうんだから。シロ、絶対だよ。
感心しました、エミヤ様。あなたにも節度というものがあったのですね。
Thanks, Sella. Liz shows me out of the lobby. It'll probably be dark out by the time I get back to the city. Well then, how should I spend the final night? Alright, well, there's really nothing else to do, so call it a day. And so the last night ends. The abnormal will return to normal. The curtains will close on this battle, and what should not have been possible will return to the void from which it came from. The clock will strike midnight in about 30 seconds. Once the date changes, the 4th day will die out entirely. The moment the new day begins, all the time that has passed will be completely lost. This is the end. When I open my eyes, I'll be back to my normal everyday life. The Holy Grail War is over. The battle yields no victors. The abnormality remains unexplained. And the hollow paradise keeps on turning. Okay, so I will end things off here, and I'll see you all in the next episode when we start our next loop. So, I'll see you all then. Bye!